About to get a little bit spicy, baby. The New Orleans Saints are going to suck in 2025. And let me tell you why. Quarterback play. We have no quarterback. That's right. After watching yesterday's preseason game, I have come to the determination that the New Orleans Saints will suck in the year 2025, mainly because they're not going to be able to move the ball. Spencer Rattler, he is no good. Tyler Shaw, how do you say his name? He's no good. Saucy, Saucy was in there for like 45 seconds and threw a pick. Tyler, he threw a pick too. We're in a situation right now where I believe that we have no choice but to accept. We are years removed from that of Drew Brees. There's no Derek Carr in the house. The quarterback situation continues to get worse and worse each year since Drew Brees retired. Each year since Drew Brees has been gone, the New Orleans Saints has sucked. We had one winning season. That was the first year with Derek Carr here. After that, losing season. We're going to have another losing season. We couldn't get anything done with Andy Dalton. I'm frustrated because I feel that the New Orleans Saints has to know, and I mean has to know, that what they're doing is not working. You have half veterans, half rookies. Now, many people will say, well, you need some veterans on your team to help develop the rookies. However, the veterans that you do have on your team, they were supposed to be gone about 3 or 4 years ago. That's how I feel. We're sitting in a situation that all we can do is take a L, a straight up L. Watching that game yesterday, I feel that the New Orleans Saints is worse than they were last year. Now, many people will say, man, look, it's just preseason. I understand that. But while watching preseason, the main reason why you wanted to see the Saints was to get a grasp of what our quarterback situation will be looking like. And here it is. The quarterback situation in New Orleans is absolutely horrific. It is horrific. If Spencer is supposed to start, how the hell is he going to beat that of NFL teams, the guys that's already made the team in week 1? How is he going to do that? He's looking like a high school quarterback. All right, who we got here? 38 Cole said, name a car for an edit. Name a car for an edit. I ain't getting it, bro. Name a car for an edit. I don't know, but I damn sure wish Derek Carr was still here and healthy or something. Because I'm telling you now, the Saints don't have a quarterback. When people were saying, oh man, forget Aaron Rodgers. Okay, we got Rodgers here. So who do you think Raiders fans are going to blame this season for not making it? I don't know what the Raiders fans are going to do, but I know damn well what we're going to do. We're going to sit up there and try to find someone else to blame other than the organization themselves. The moves that they have made regarding the Saints are not good. They're not good. You passed up on Shador. Why? Why? Did you see the way that the guy played Tyler? I'd rather have Shador. At least I knew that Shador had NFL teachings from his father. Now we have a quarterback who I feel is not going to get developed. He may not even stay in the league long enough. Our quarterback room is trash. It's absolutely trash. Anyone thinking otherwise is retarded. They're retarded. None of those quarterbacks yesterday will get you anything over 4 wins or not. That's how I feel. I told my uncle 4-13, and he agreed with me. He agreed with me because he said that this New Orleans Saints team doesn't have what it takes to win in the NFL. They don't have what it takes. Yeah, we may have a decent to good defense, but what is that if the offense is not moving the ball? Yeah, I understand no Alvin Kamara. I understand that they didn't have no top dogs in yesterday's game. However, in order for you to be a starting quarterback in this league, you have to be able to work with what you got. There have been many games in the past where Drew Brees did not have a certain player, but we still was able to win. You hear what I'm saying here? Okay, Roddy said nothing wrong in that defense, but I hear you. No, I'm not saying that the defense is going to be wrong or bad, I'll say. But I'm saying is the defense is going to be tired down because the offense is not going to be able to stay on the field. They're not going to be able to stay on the field. The quarterback is important right now. We do not have that together. You drafted Tyler, but yet you want to start that up Spencer. I feel like you probably made a mistake drafting that of Tyler. You probably made a mistake. That's how I feel. Rody said true. Yeah, man, look. I am sick and tired of the Saints not doing the right thing by the quarterback position. Don't get me wrong. I did like that we had Derek Carr. I love that move. It didn't work out. Okay, I admit to that. But you knew damn well after Derek Carr retired, you were supposed to draft your quarterback in the first round. That's what you were supposed to do. You passed up on Shedeur. In fact, why did you even draft Tyler in the first round? You want to know why? Because you knew damn well he was not worth it. He was not worth it at all. Now here it is. We watched a preseason game, and all three quarterbacks sucked. All three of them. The Blaze report said, I agree to disagree with you in the same instance, but if you look at this, wait, it went away on me, man. Let me put it back up. Oh, check. If you look at this like this, if we put Hillary and Kamara in rotation and running game would be great. Yeah, man, I understand that the running game would be great, but you ain't gonna be able to just run all day. Your quarterback has to be able to move the ball. Okay? I can understand if Spencer was like on Russell Wilson's level. That year that Seattle won a Super Bowl, it was mainly their defense. But I'm telling you like this, we don't have that kind of defense. We may have a good defense. We may have a decent defense. We ain't got that type of defense. The best players on the team, they're aging. Trae Young may be amongst your top three. That's how I feel. Everybody else is aging. The league is getting younger. And here it is. You're holding on to a lot of players that's, in my opinion, holding you back. We all love Alvin Kamara, but it is time to move on. We love Cameron Jordan. It is time to move on. We love Demario Davis. It is time to move on. And I get it. These fan favorites, you want them to stick around forever. However, listen to this. Keeping fan favorites has done what for the city of New Orleans? We ain't won a Super Bowl in 2009. 2009. Think about that. I'm predicting that the Saints are not going to be good this year. We're not going to be good. Yeah, I'm going to watch every game. And I'm going to watch it frustrated. I am. I'm going to watch it frustrated. I'm going to say, man, look, this shit is frustrating. I hate to watch it, but I got to watch it. But I'm also going to keep it real. We all know that the New Orleans Saints is not prepared to win in this league. We all know that the New Orleans Saints is not doing the right moves to get the job done. Roddy says it's going to be interesting preseason game against the Jaguars this Sunday. It's going to be very interesting. And that's the thing too, Roddy. Roddy, I'm sorry. If your quarterbacks cannot come out there in a preseason game and actually do something with the rock, we're going to have one long season. Hell, you thought last season was bad? Wait till you get to this one. That's how I feel. It's a shame, man, because we had Shedeur right there. We should have took him. We should have taken Shedeur. That is a quarterback that is ready for the NFL. And the New Orleans Saints passed him up so quickly. I cannot understand why. And I get it. Many people are going to say, well, Shedeur isn't all that good, but he damn sure is better than what you got in your house right now. Those three quarterbacks, hell no. You had Spencer in there for 2 full quarters. 2 full quarters. Roddy says, sad to hear that New Orleans deserves better. Yeah, we do deserve better. We deserve the team to be managed better, the team to actually be able to pull a trigger when the trigger needs to be pulled. We're going to get left in the dust. I'm already predicting that Atlanta is going to sweep us. I'm predicting Tampa is going to sweep us. And I'm also predicting we may split with the Carolina Panthers. However, I would not be shocked if we get swept by an entire division. I would not be shocked. I won't be shocked. Bryce Young is better than what we got. Baker Mayfield is the best quarterback in the damn division. That's right. Baker is the best quarterback in the division. Atlanta was like 3 games away from being an awesome team last season. And here it is. I feel like we regressed. We ain't progressed. We regressed. We're not no better. We're worse. That's how I feel. We are worse than what we were last season. And I know many people are going to be angry. Dude, you're judging that off a preseason game. Hell to the yeah, I am. The preseason gives you a glimpse of what to expect. We cannot act like the 3 quarterbacks that was playing isn't competing for the starting job. I'm just going to point that out. They were competing for the starting job. And all of them was trash. Tyler threw an INT. Saucy threw an INT. Spencer can't even see the field. You remember that play right after we got the ball on the 4-yard line after the muzzle punt? Listen to me. The guy was right there in the middle of the field, and Spencer ran away from him. It was a one-on-one situation. If Spencer just hit him, the guy only had one person to beat to get into the end zone. This is why you have preseason games for these type of situations. You have these preseason games so they can get the experience that they need in order to be able to succeed. He started 9 games last season for the New Orleans Saints. This season, he was supposed to come in there as a professional. That's right. Spencer was supposed to be sitting down after the first possession. You want to know why they played him to halftime? Because they hoped that he got in groove. They hoped that he was able to do something and show them what he can do. The only thing he did was disappoint. That's all he did. That's all he did was disappoint. I'm watching the game and I was bored. My New Orleans Saints was not able to do anything. Yeah, we got some points off some technicality stuff. You know, we had Tyler come up in there, 1-minute offense, got us a field goal. We had some points, you know what I'm saying? But the way that this team is structured right now, it is sloppy. It is sloppy. We got this new coach. Everyone said that he should be fantastic. I feel like he may also be a downgrade from Dennis Allen. I'm just going to put that out there. Hate to say that. I'm not feeling it with the New Orleans Saints this season. I don't understand why anyone can be hyped for a team that has no leader. And what I mean by no leader, I'm talking about the quarterback situation. You have to understand this. When it comes down to being a quarterback, you also have to get your team routed enough. You know what I'm saying? You have to lead your team. You have to give them inspirational speeches. None of these quarterbacks can do that. You remember Drew Brees? And win, and win, and win, and win. You ain't about to get that. You ain't about to get that. The way that your team is structured, you needed a veteran. Now, if you want to rebuild, rebuild. You have to get rid of everyone. And expectations would not be where they are right now. My expectations was for the New Orleans Saints to be good enough to compete for at least to win their division. Now, they may very well be in competition for the bottom. And it won't even be a close bottom. I feel like Carolina's going to be better. They may win about 8 games this season or more. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I ain't hating on no team. I love football. I'm not just a Saints fan. I'm a fan of the sport. I know how to read this game. Carolina's going to be better by at least 3 games. Atlanta's going to be better by at least 3 games. Tampa Bay is going to be better by at least 4 to 5 games. Because they have a direction. They know what they're doing. Baker Mayfield is going to come out there, probably will have Tampa Bay with a record of 3-1 in the first month of football. Well, we probably will get us 1 game, 1-3. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm not confident in this New Orleans Saints team. Hell no. I feel like we should have just reset it. That's how I feel. Instead, we're holding on to a dream. We won't get with the program as all these other teams are. The team that we have now, there's no competition for the Philadelphia Eagles. If you cannot beat the Philadelphia Eagles, you're not making it to the Super Bowl. If you cannot beat the San Francisco 49ers, you're not making it to the Super Bowl. The Detroit Lions, you're not making it to the Super Bowl. All of these teams are good. All of these teams are right there, right? Philadelphia just won a Super Bowl here in New Orleans. They would be looking to go back to back. Looking at our team, we are not going to make the playoffs. Maybe on some technicality. I don't know. But 4 games? No. You're not winning anything over that. That's how I feel. Maybe this will be the first year that a team with less than 5 or 6 wins get into the playoffs. We don't know. But I guarantee you this. When it comes down to the New Orleans Saints, they need to reassess. They have to have an understanding that they're getting left in the dust when it comes down to how teams are progressing in the league. Look at the quarterbacks. Bryce Young, he's kind of like a little Jalen Hurts, right? Maybe Bryce will get there. Who knows? Who knows? Brock Purdy, that guy's already there. And here it is. Here it is. We're trying to take a step closer to going into the right direction. That's what I'm talking about when I say that we're going to suck this season. Quarterback position probably would not get better for another 3 years or so. That's how I feel.